you are one of the few people that I feel like tells me how good I am at, or how good you think I am at this. Let me not say how good I am at this. And I'm like, wow, you must really see it because you tell me.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of things when I hear it. It's humbling. Some imposter syndrome might slide in there a little bit. Because I'm thinking, am I that good? But I think some of that is also because I know how good I want to get or how good I want this to be.
Yeah.
So I feel a lot of things, but I always appreciate it when you say it because you are very generous in saying that. So I definitely have always appreciated that.
Yeah, and I think sometimes we don't see ourselves how other people see us. Yeah. And so you need other people to be that reflection. Like, you need other people to, like, show like, this is who you are, Yeah. And that's how I feel like you really are. I feel like you have the resources, like, inside of you. Like, you have what you need to be the person that you want to be. But I also think, and this is me being honest as your friend, I think that, and I've said something similar to this before, but I think that, I'm trying to see how to say it.
Oh, you about to try me.
No. Yes, I promise I'm not. But I'll say it like this. I do also feel like at the same time, even though you have like all the things in you to be successful, I do feel like you get in the way, like, of your own self. I feel like many times from conversations that we've had, you place limits on yourself. Yeah, like. And it's crazy because it's not like, it's how you talk. So even though you may say like, even though say your actions, right? Like from your actions, I could see that, you have great work ethic, right?
Okay.
But it'll be from things that you say. And the things that you say, and if you're saying these things, you think these things, right? And so if you think these things, what you think has a lot of influence on like your life or where your life may even be at. So it'll be things that you say that I'll catch. And it's like, sometimes it's almost like you're talking as if you don't believe in yourself that much or believe in like this future that you say you want. It's like, I really want these great things, but like, it's almost like, like you don't really believe if you could get there. Or it's like, even just how you may speak, you may talk as if, you feel like the things that you do want is like so far out of reach. Like, this is 10, 15, 20 years down the line. And that be like, oh my gosh. Because one thing that last year really showed me was that it was a big reminder that God exists outside of time, right? Like, he is not confined to time. So God made all these goals that I wanted to happen throughout that whole year. He made them happen in the very last month of the year. So all the things that you want, all the things that you are trying to do, it does not have to be a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line for it to happen. Like, the things that you want can happen sooner than that. But I feel like as long as you think it's so far out of reach, it's going to always be far out of reach. Like, as long as you think, that's far down the line, like, in 10 years, I'm going to be here and and I'm going to have this and I'm going to have this, instead of just thinking, no, like, this can be mine, like, sooner than later. And so that's what I mean by, like, it's like you restrict yourself. It's like you feel like, where I'm at now is far from where I want to be. So it's going to take me a long time to get there. But you can still acknowledge, where I'm at now is far from where I want to be, but also have the belief that, I could get there a lot sooner than I think. And so,
I get what you're saying. So you basically, and you trying to read me. So you telling me
being a good friend.
I hear you. So, because you saying basically do put a longer time constraint on things when they can really change in a flip of a second. Yeah, basically. I can see why you would say that, and it may
talk.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, do I talk like that really?
To me, yes. Because I wouldn't say it if you don't say it to me.
Okay.
Or even in some of your podcast episodes I be watching.
That is crazy. I won't say that's not true. I guess I'm surprised because I guess I don't consciously think that necessarily, but I think it's easy. It makes sense hearing it from you because I actually watched something flip for you fast. Because I remember, I've been following and keeping up with Jael for a while, but then it seemed like it happened real quick.
Yeah.
And then things just bloomed for you. So I think that was one of the first examples that I had one of the most recent examples I've had that showed me things can actually happen really fast.
Exactly.
Very, very fast. I think I'm about to speak in the way that you talking about now. Because I guess I don't get my expectations up for that.
Why not though?
See, I can feel it. I don't get my expectations up for that because I think then I'm setting myself up for failure, or it makes me not put in the work.
Wait, explain that part. Makes you not put in the work. What you mean?
So, like, let's say I want to go viral, right? And I don't, or I'm expecting to go viral, but I don't. Then that's a letdown compared to if I say I don't expect to go viral. I'm doing this. Why you roll your eyes?
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
Okay, you said that's a letdown. But in general in life, there's going to be a lot of letdowns. So what's in general, like you're going to face things. So wouldn't you rather have high beliefs that something is going to happen and then maybe you get like a little closer to that thing, or maybe you try and it doesn't happen. But imagine this. From a sales point of view, right? Sometimes somebody who sells things, they may pitch whatever they're selling 100 times before they get a yes.
Okay.
There may be people who are looking for an investor. And they may talk to 50 investors before they finally get that yes. But that one yes can be the thing that changes everything. So it's like, of course, like, keep shooting keep setting the bar high. Like, keep reaching for the goal. Because eventually, the amount of, I guess, letdowns, I feel like will start to decrease to some degree. Like, because you're going to be in the cycle of like winning. You're going to be in a cycle of like believing and then receiving. And so it's better to have high beliefs. Like, bruh, for years I've been saying so many things that I wanted to reach, like setting so many high goals. And it's not until now that I really feel like, oh, well, dang near everything that I'm saying is a goal. Now it feels like, oh, I'm just hitting these things. But I had to first develop the mindset to shoot higher, to reach for higher. And so you saying, well, I'd rather shoot for like something that's almost like more attainable. Like, oh, if I'm saying like, by the end of the year, if it's like, say if one of your goals, you said by the end of the year, I want to have 1,000 podcast subscribers, right? Mm-hmm. That would be a goal that you could feel like is more attainable, right? Right. And so with you doing that, I'm trying to think of how to say this. Okay. By you setting goals that I feel like are more attainable, or let's not say 1,000. Let's say if you were like
500.
Yeah, 500. Okay. You're saying stuff that may just cause you to stretch like a little bit, right? Opposed to like when you set higher goals, it forces you to stretch yourself even more. So maybe you don't go viral, but maybe your post still does better than your last 10 posts. Maybe it may...
Yeah, you good.
Thank you. Oh, you're ruined.
Yeah, go ahead.
But maybe, maybe your post does better than the last 10 or 15 posts you've done. So even if you miss the goal that part doesn't even matter. But what's important is the stretching that happens when you reach for the goal. Like right now, what I'm working towards is the biggest goal I've ever like
Strive
set.
for, yeah.
Yes. And I'm not close to it, but I still believe in my whole heart that at the end of this year, I'm hitting that goal. And you have to have that type of faith and belief. And you know what? The crazy thing is, even if I don't hit the goal, I'm doing so much work on myself. I'm stretching myself so much that I'm going to get close enough to it. Even if I don't hit the goal, I'm going to get close enough because I'm doing the work on myself in order to get to the goal. So it's not even about, oh, dang, I set this high goal and I didn't reach it. But it's more so about I set this high goal and I'm going through the work and I'm stretching myself more than I ever have. And now I'm getting close to the thing, or I might even surpass the thing.
I feel like we're maybe trying to do the same thing, just different ways. So I am maybe trying to do more of falling in love with the process. Instead of trying to hit that thing that's over there, it's like, just keep doing this. And I'm sure you'll get over there. Okay. I feel like that makes sense. And that's why because I feel like a lot of us want to go viral, right? Mm-hmm. We want to go viral. That's what everyone talks about. And yes, you want that. You do want that. But sometimes I feel like it's like when you're trying your hardest to hit that thing, it's actually being repelled. You get what I'm saying?
Give an example of that.
Oh, give an example.
Give an example of something you tried hard to get and you felt like you're actually repelled.
You've heard of people trying too hard. Like you probably don't have to do all of that. You're trying too hard to get this thing, mm-hmm. and I feel like that will make it harder for that thing to actually come to you. Like I'm not waiting on this goal or this thing to come to me. I am trying to work toward it, but I'm also maybe not trying to necessarily idolize that goal. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, if I get there, cool. I'm trying to make sure that I'm putting in the work, though, that will show I'm being consistent, because you'll also grow doing that. And I feel like you do stretch being consistent, right? Yes. And it'll keep me on my path and on my purpose to going where I need to go. Yes.
Okay, so even if you're being consistent, it still requires you to keep adding more onto your plate. Like, it's still requiring you to stretch more. Like, you have to still keep increasing what you're doing. When you go to the gym, you are not going to be doing the exact same weights for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, because eventually your body is going to get so used to it, right? Like if you just keep lifting, I don't know, 50-pound weights, 100-pound weights, eventually that does nothing for your body. Like at first, maybe when you were doing it, it was stretching you. That was causing something to happen. But eventually your body gets used to it. So you have to add more weight. And so I feel like, yeah, consistently showing up, yes. But that does not mean consistently doing the exact same thing. I feel like you have to keep adding more onto like the work that you're doing.
But there is importance in mastering what you do as well.
Okay.
So let's because I wasn't expecting for the conversation to go here. I really wasn't.